Celtic are in action this Sunday as they look to get closer to securing the title. We will, of course, go over the build-up to that match, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours, which includes the transfer demand Rodgers has made. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. As Celtic prepare to face St Johnstone at McDiarmid Park this weekend, the Hoops head into the game knowing that a win will take them one step closer to a 55th league title. However, for one player, a goal against Simo Valakari's side could push them even closer to history. That player is, of course, Daizen Maeda, who has been in superb form, scoring in 5 successive league games, starting with Hibernian on February 22nd. His consistency in front of goal has been a key part of Celtic's attack, and he'll be hoping to extend that run on Sunday. The last player to score in 6 consecutive league games was Odsonne Edouard, who achieved the landmark in February 2021. Before him, Scott Sinclair had an incredible start to his Celtic career, scoring in his first 6 league games, beginning with a dramatic stoppage time winner off the bench on his debut against Hearts at Tynecastle. If Maeda scores against St Johnstone, he will join the ranks of these former Celtic stars who set high standards for goal-scoring streaks. However, a place in Celtic's recent history books isn't the only thing Maeda is chasing. The Japanese forward has been in sensational form this season with 30 goals to his name already. His brace against Hearts marked a huge moment, further solidifying his role as the Hoops' main striker following Kyogo Furuhashi's January departure. Out of his 35 Scottish Premiership goals, 11 have come since the turn of the year, showing his excellent form in the second half of the season. Going even further back in Celtic's rich history, legendary striker Jimmy McGrory set a remarkable record in the 1925-26 season, scoring in 7 consecutive league games. Maeda now finds himself with history within his grasp. With his current form and the responsibility he has taken on in the absence of Kyogo, the Japanese forward could well continue this impressive streak and put his name into the Celtic history books. For now, the focus will be on securing 3 points against St Johnstone, but with Maeda in this kind of form, Celtic fans will be hoping that another milestone is just around the corner. Now for the main story, as Celtic boss Brendan Rodgers wants huge transfer backing this summer with his long-term future uncertain, sources have told Football Insider. Football Insider revealed on Monday, 31st March, that Rodgers will sit down for showdown talks over his future in the off-season, when he will have just 12 months left on his contract. The 52-year-old is plotting another push in Europe next term after Celtic's success in the Champions League this season. Rodgers has delivered in Scotland since his return with the Hoops on course to win a domestic treble in the 2024-25 campaign. Sources say both parties are happy with each other, but progress in the Champions League will be a big factor in maintaining the relationship going forward. Celtic are expected to be active during the upcoming summer transfer window, with a new forward at the top of the shopping list for Parkhead Chiefs. Kieran Tierney will return to his boyhood club in the summer, with Celtic set to make him the highest paid player in their squad. The Hoops will have to qualify for the Champions League at the playoff round, just one stage away from the competition proper. Meanwhile, Football Insider revealed on 28th March that Rodgers and Celtic's recruitment team will move for Kyogo Furuhashi if they strike a deal which is too good to turn down. Kyogo's shock £10 million departure to Rennes in January took many Celtic fans by surprise. The Japan international has made just 4 appearances in France so far and is yet to score for his new side. In some other news, Celtic goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel has made a welcome return to the training ground just a fortnight after picking up a shoulder injury on international duty. The veteran stopper had been ruled out for 6 to 7 weeks by Brendan Rodgers, a timeline that cast doubt over his involvement for the remainder of the season. However, Schmeichel's swift return to light work has raised hopes of an earlier comeback. Rodgers had already hinted that the Denmark international's own assessment could see him back sooner than expected. Schmeichel's presence at Lennox Town this morning was captured in a Friday post by the club, showing the 37-year-old going through non-contact drills. While he's not yet diving or involved in full sessions, the sight of him back in boots is a positive sign. His absence had left Celtic relying on backup option Viliami Sinizalo, with Schmeichel having established himself as the first choice since joining. With the run into the league title and a Scottish Cup final push on the cards, a quicker than expected return could be a timely boost for the squad. Celtic face St Johnstone away this weekend, and while Schmeichel won't feature in that match, all eyes will now be on how quickly he can step up his recovery. The early signs suggest he's wasting no time in getting back to full fitness. And in other news, Kieran Tierney is set to rejoin Celtic this summer on a 4-year deal, with his time at Arsenal coming to an end. The Scotland defender, who has been a key player for both club and country, has found himself on the bench for much of the season, making cameo appearances off the bench. Despite this, his drive and determination remain as strong as ever, something he credits to the lessons he learned during his time at Celtic, particularly from a former teammate who left a lasting impact on him. Tierney said, "Arsenal FC, I think everybody feels low at times, but it's your family and friends who get you through that, and I've got a good kind of circle around me to do that," Tierney said. "But I've never needed motivation, it's just sometimes you need a bit of support. Then once I got into the first team at Celtic, my inspiration would have been Scott Brown." Tierney went on to explain how Scott Brown's motivation and his professionalism helped shape him into the player he is today. He said, "To see his attitude towards training every day, to even see the way he warms up, the way he talks to people, his professionalism, his intensity, he really is a leader." So growing up, it would have been Larsson, and when I was part of the first team environment, it was Scott Brown, hands down. It's no surprise that Tierney continues to impress in training at Arsenal, especially considering his injury struggles over the years. Despite the setbacks, he has continued to fight for a place in the starting 11. Even though Mikel Arteta has allowed him to leave on a free transfer this summer, he's still been used in big games this season off the bench, proving that his hard work and motivation have not gone unnoticed. A player who has faced his fair share of challenges, Tierney's resilience is clear for all to see. Whether it was his time under Brendan Rodgers at Celtic or now under Arteta at Arsenal, his relentless work ethic is what keeps him in the conversation, both in the Premier League and with the Scotland national team. As Tierney gets ready to return to Celtic Park this summer, his dedication is stronger than ever. His time at Arsenal has only made him more determined to keep giving his best on the pitch. Celtic fans will be excited to see him back where it all started, and Tierney is eager to show what he's learned during his time away in North London, as he will no doubt return a better player. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you,